This episode is brought to you by Lucaro Salon. Lucaro is a high-profile salon with a welcoming, unpretentious environment, creating sought-after and iconic looks since 1992. Join us at Lucaro Salon for the ultimate beauty experience. You deserve it.
Welcome to the Season 1 finale of Fire Pockets. This is Chapter 8.
I am in an airplane graveyard in the middle of the desert, and someone is trying to kill me. I'm ducking and hiding between old planes looking for one that might work so I can get out of here. It's been a minute since my last podcast because I had to replace my recorder. I've been on the run a long time now. So I set out to get Radio Guy to help me to teach me to move people between the fire pockets so I can shepherd them to safety. That was the plan, but his apartment, where he's stuck in his fire pocket, is in the Fallen City, which I now call Clown City, because clowns from all over the world are amassing there in some kind of army. You'd think the apocalypse would be a lot of halfway decent people just scavenging, along with a higher level of violence and property crime. Yeah, no, clown army. Clown army is what naturally happens. Apparently, you can run out of every kind of product during the apocalypse and kill each other over the last ketchup packet, but clown face paint? Bountiful. Someone thought ahead. That's the person trying to kill me. It's not Fang Mask Cloak Lady. I went to her for help to escort me in and out of Clown City as a bodyguard. I wanted to talk with Radio Guy face to face to make him teach me things because, you know, he's difficult on the radio. He feels insulted, so he trolls. I like my face-to-face skills, and I thought in person I could wrangle him. Fang Mask Cloak Lady wouldn't help me get to him unless I did her a favor first. Here's a plane. Hopping inside. There's no engine. Great. Oh! Duck down from the Serious Soldier Sucker. I call this new guy Serious Soldier Sucker. He's a jerk. Stalking around out there trying to kill me. So, before Fang Mask Cloak Lady would help me get safely in and out of Clown City, she asked me to first get her a puppy. Which, okay, but we're already sharing custody of a pet lobster, and we're only frenemies. Is a puppy really a good add-on? Because I'm gonna want to spend time with the dog, too. We're all in the same friend group. It's gonna be everybody's dog. Well, she wanted it. Hopping out to look for another plane. I went through this whole big thing looking for a dog. Dogs, by the way, are running wild during the apocalypse. They move in packs, totally reverted to wolf-like status. And puppies are shockingly hard to come by. Nice ones, at least. I'm pretty sure all the nice puppies are migrating to a fire puppy pocket and having a great communal time. She wanted a labradoodle, but come on. Bulldog, right? She's a bulldog lady. Eventually, I found this really sweet bulldog puppy trapped in a fire truck that had flipped over on top of a SWAT vehicle that happened to be carrying a significant amount of explosives and ammunition. Long story short, I burned about 1,300 acres of beachfront property, but I got the puppy. Here's another plane. No seats, no floor. I can't fly this. Escaping from an airplane boneyard is hard. I gave Fang Mask Cloak Lady the puppy, who she named Yogurt, completely ignoring my idea to call him Fire Tire, and she refused to escort me into the Clown City. It's not all her fault. She got tied up with what she said was a weather drone fiasco. No idea what that means, but it sounded important. That was random gunfire. Serious Soldier Sucker doesn't see me. He's just trying to flush me out. I'm creeping to hide for a tick under the next plane. So then I was like to Fang Mask Cloak Lady, I gave you a dog. You have to risk your life to help me do my thing. But she was like, no. Whatever. Next I went to Sedgwick and Dr. Craw. They know some of the clowns. I thought they could help me get to Radio Guy, but they really just wanted to kill Fire Pockets. We got into a huge fight. Words were exchanged, tears were shed. They tried to force me to become an obedient Fire Pocket peeker to point out the Fire Pockets, since I can see them and they can't. They got involved with a military splinter unit and were trying to kill the most Fire Pockets. I ended up getting them to chase me into a hair salon fire pocket, and I lost them in there. It was Lucaro Salon. This is one of those fire pockets where you can see everything, and my guys were super interested in the hair care packages, and I easily slipped away because, to be fair, it was distracting in there. Their chairs were comfortable, the service was lovely, super high-end. Anyway, I left Sedgwick and Dr. Craw behind. Gonna risk running across this open field and check some of the planes over there. He saw me! Hiding! Okay. Serious Soldier Sucker is looking at the planes over here one by one. Now he's shooting the tires. How am I gonna get out of here? This one's tough. If I do find a plane that works, has gas, and I can get it going, he has a gun. I'll let my brain background solve that one for a sec. So Fang Mask Cloak Lady and Sedgwick and Dr. Craw wouldn't help me get into Clown City to get face-to-face with Radio Guy. I had no choice but to ask Professor Mighty, but up front, he asked me to first give him unedited copies of my podcast episodes so he could, quote, fix them. Hard no. So I went to Clown City by myself, but I dressed up as a naked clown. Because the law in that city is you have to be naked, but the people in charge are dressed as clowns. I figured, show up looking like both, and everybody will just be confused and leave me alone. And that worked. I painted clown faces on myself where you normally wouldn't, and everybody thought I was crazy. I just walked straight into Radio Guy's apartment. I could see him because he's still stuck in his fire pocket, and I'm a fire pocket peeker now, but he wouldn't help me because he believed that I had joined the clown people, and he's specifically unfriendly to naked people. Just, he has a rule, and I didn't know. At one point, he seemed like he'd make an exception because he asked me to get him some more Blu-rays, which I did, at great personal risk. To get near the electronics store, I had to embed myself with a rogue clown posse for a week and a half and live as one of them. I didn't want to do it, but I did it. I do favors. But Radio Guy still refused to teach me how to move people between the fire pockets. So, I was pretty upset at that point, and I burned his building down. That fire was on purpose. Turns out that only freed his fire pocket slightly. He's like a bubble boy now, like a hamster in a little globe. He can wheel around and move places. He went into this video game and pizza place, and I haven't seen him since. Serious Soldier Sucker is getting closer. I'm crawling to another plane. So, I went back to the calling scope, thinking, I'm a touch mechanic. Maybe I can rewire it to do something useful, like at least help me turn the fire pockets back to invisible. Or maybe I could get some kind of printout of all the Chosen One fire pocket peekers so I can hunt them down and talk them into not helping people target the fire pockets. You remember how I found written on the calling scope, Denver, Mars? Well, that's a name of a guy. A guy named Mars Denver built the calling scope, originally as something not intended for fire pockets. I don't know what it was intended for. He just started chasing me when I got there. I don't like Mars Denver as a name, so I renamed him Serious Soldier Sucker, because he's serious, he's a soldier, and he sees me! He's chasing me! And he shot me with a net! I'm in like a big net, like a wild animal, though sadly much less threatening. I always thought, how hard could it be to get out of one of those nets? It's really hard, like a heavy spider web, unwieldy, scratchy.
Give me back the calling scope.
Sir, I don't have it.
You pushed it into a roaming fire pocket. It got taken away. It's not in the stadium anymore.
I did that because you were chasing me.
You were trying to destroy the calling scope.
I just wanted to have a fire pocket move it out of the stadium so I could have some time with it. I'm a touch mechanic, but I'm not good under pressure in front of crowds.
Where is it?
I don't know, because you chased me away and the roaming fire pocket left.
You know what will happen if I don't get the calling scope back?
You'll kill me.
Before that.
You'll get more mad?
Between those.
Can I have a hint?
The calling scope was stolen from me by a pack of clowns and some friend group of people stuck in fire pockets to manipulate dumb morons like yourself into helping them get free. They thought it would be a good radio communicator or something, but the calling scope is my property, and it is not intended to be used for rescuing people.
What did you build it for?
To control weather drones.
The calling scope is just a big computer?
It's a tracker, controller, radio, communicator, and brain.
So, computer.
You are aware that drought is a serious issue affecting large regions of the Earth annually.
Sure.
Well, you can seed clouds to make them rain. You fly up there and release silver iodide particles, which are similar to ice. Water droplets cluster around those, and you can make it rain.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and as time goes on, it's only going to get more viable.
No, oh my gosh. Did you accidentally switch the silver iodide particles with material from a crashed alien spaceship or something, and when you thought you were seeding for rain, you were really seeding for fire pockets? Did you cause this apocalypse with your drones?
No.
I'm adding drone cloud seeding with hazardous material. That's theory number 10.
Who are you talking to?
I have a podcast.
That's cool. But look, don't go telling people my company caused this apocalypse. That would be very bad for business.
What if you did cause it?
I didn't. Okay? The only thing that makes sense for what these fire pockets are is hypnosis.
No. Hypnosis is out. Drone cloud seeding with hazardous material makes a lot of sense.
Can you help me get my calling scope back? I really care about my business. Or is it lost to some roaming fire pocket forever?
Maybe I can get it back. Can you make the calling scope turn off your drones?
Yeah, but why would I do that?
Because they're causing fire pockets.
They are not. The fire pockets are probably a time split.
You just said hypnosis. It was really you, and you just don't want to get in trouble, Mars Denver.
My mother gave me that name.
What was her name?
Pluto Denver.
I can't respect that. I'm sorry.
You insult my mother, you insult me, and you haven't shown any sympathy for my business?
You put me in a net. I'm gonna respond, sir. I'm sorry you don't have a good name, but your business might have caused the apocalypse. Why don't you help me fix it? I have a whole team of nutbags. You'd fit right in.
I'm gonna count to 3. Then I'm going to shoot you and find another fire pocket peeker to track down my calling scope.
Listen.
1, 2, 3.
No! You shot me in the butt!
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, my poor butt. That wasn't even a fair countdown. I was so fast.
It was just to show you that I'm serious. The next one's going between your eyes, and I'm only going to be counting to 2.
My friends will hunt you down if you do.
What friends? We're out in the middle of nowhere.
But there's a fire pocket right behind you.
No, there's not.
You can't see them.
But I can hear, doofus.
Yeah? What's that sound?
I'll check it out.
Okay, there really is a plane engine running. I don't think it's a fire pocket. I think someone's here and turned on one of the planes. Trying to get out of this net thing. I found the opening, but he tied it shut. I really need to be more disciplined about having a go bag at all times. I could really use a knife and a snack about now. And some butt bandages because I'm shot.
Danny!
Ah! Everyone just snuck up on me.
We came to save you, boy.
Something decent. Help you out.
Yeah, we all came to help.
We figured we owe you.
Well, you did.
Dr. Craw turned on a plane to distract Mean Soldier Guy, so we got that going.
I call him Serious Soldier Sucker.
Serious soldier sucker? How serious would he be? There, shot him. He's dead.
He's getting back up. Bulletproof vest.
And body armor.
That's really cool body armor.
In a really big gun.
Everybody run! How did you guys get here?
We followed the weather drum guy. I want to add him to your theory bank.
The whole team is in a plane now, and we're flying away from Serious Soldier Sucker, who is chasing us with a plane, and he's got a gun on his. How Fang Mask Cloak Lady, Dr. Cross, Sedgwick, and Professor Mighty caught up to me is they've been following me for a while because they all felt really, really guilty about me doing favors for them and then leaving me hanging, which I find completely appropriate. Taking evasive maneuvers! The mission now is to escape from Serious Soldier Sucker, find Radio Guy, and make him teach us how to move people between the fire pockets so we can migrate everyone to safety.
We haven't agreed to that.
I'm driving the plane. Your agreement was tacit when you boarded.
Radio, you guys come on. Make noise.
Speak up, Mumbler. What about the radio?
Someone on the radio. Turn that up, Sedgwick.
Hey guys.
Radio Guy!
So, you're not going to find me, And I'm not gonna teach you how to force people to move between fire pockets. That's my trick, they're my controls, and I'm not sharing.
But you're stuck in a fire pocket. We're trying to free you.
You burned my building down and basically freed me. I can hamster ball my fire pocket anywhere. I can even make it float and stuff.
You know what, radio guy? We're gonna find you and make you help us.
Actually, you're gonna get shot down out of the sky.
Can you see us right now?
No. I just have good intuition.
He must be in a fire pocket nearby.
Look out!
We almost flew right in that fire pocket.
There's a whole cluster up there. It looks like a clump of fish eggs in the sky.
We're hit, Danny. We're actively being hit. We're in an actively being hit situation.
It's gotta be one of these. It's always the one that's blinking. It's never the one that's blinking. It's always the one you don't think that it's going to be.
Plane trouble.
We know! I think I got it.
Good job, Danny.
Well done, boy.
I'm flying us into that fire pocket.
Danny, flying into a fire pocket will save us from crashing, but won't that give Radio Guy full control over what happens to us?
But I can see fire pockets. If we can get close to Radio Guy, I can grab him.
Can you?
We're in a fire pocket, crashing in an Amazon forest. It looks like we're floating in the sky to everyone else, but I can actually see it.
That felt like a tree.
The plane has crashed. It's broken. Everyone, we're in the Amazon. I can see it. We're okay. Get out of the plane. Is everyone okay?
No?
Snake. My neck hurt. Face.
I believe Dr. Craw's being eaten by a boa constrictor.
Nah, he's fine. He's had that happen before. See, he just crawls right back out and the snake apologizes every time.
There's another fire pocket coming. It looks like that one's outer space. That's a bad one. Run!
It looks like we're running through thin air in the sky.
But I see jungle. We're running through the jungle. Don't worry. A space fire pocket is chasing us like a giant ball, like a globe of another dimension on our heels. It got Sedgwick! We're splitting up. More fire pockets are chasing us. Sedgwick's space fire pocket is flying away. I think an alien is chasing him inside of it. We can't get to him.
Oh no, it can't be.
Tell me it's not them.
A fire pocket that looks like a classroom full of angry college kids is chasing Professor Mighty. They got him!
Hands off.
Beating him with first-generation calculators. So that's obviously an older fire pocket. Maybe a classroom from Professor Mighty's past?
I'll fail you again. I'll fail you all again.
Now I know Radio Guy is throwing fire pockets at us. I'm just running along the edge of a ravine in the Amazon here. Dr. Craw and Fang Mask Cloak Lady are running behind me. We're not split up anymore. Ah! Ducking!
What is that?
Two fire pockets just came at us and smacked together like billiard balls. They have Dr. Craw!
What's happening to him?
Those two fire pockets look like a figure eight or a peanut. Like one globule pulling apart into separate fire pockets. Dr. Craw's splitting in two.
Nah, he's being copied. He's being cloned. I don't see the fire pockets, but I see him doubling.
Oh, you know what? Sedgwick told me that when the apocalypse hit, something happened to Dr. Craw to make him all grumble and stuff.
Like what?
Maybe like this? Okay, now there are two Dr. Craws floating up there. One is in a fire and brimstone prehistoric fire pocket.
Prehistoric, caveman, kind of rocky.
And the other is some sort of modern pillow or linen factory?
Dear chaps, what has happened to me?
His two fire pockets are separating, and each one of him is flying in a different direction. Got it. When the apocalypse hit, two people got merged together into one Dr. Craw. See, that one Dr. Craw in the pillow fire pocket is like a sweet British gentleman.
That one on the right? Yeah.
And the left, the other Dr. Craw, is a prehistoric caveman.
Yeah, so he got hit with two fire pockets at the start of the apocalypse, and now that just got undone.
Don't you bet?
I do. Ah! Look!
What, at the 16 fire pockets barreling our way? Can you see them?
No, there's a loose puppy.
Stay away from that, Fang Mask Cloak Lady. That's the fire puppy pocket. There are too many dogs in there. I'm still in the Amazon fire pocket, but Fang Mask Cloak Lady just got enveloped by a giant ball of puppies. It was overcrowded, and they're either gonna eat, kiss, or love smother her to death. It's not the worst way to go. Wait, she's jumping out. The helicopter war people fire pocket just swept by and took her away. I'm all alone in the Amazon. Fire pockets are barreling at me. There's Radio Guy. I see him sitting in a video game and pizza fire pocket with a control stick. He's way up high. There are several fire pockets between mine and him. I bet I can climb to him before he whacks me with another fire pocket and traps me somewhere. Climbing up an Amazon tree. I just got swept into a mutated monkey fire pocket. Ah! Very bitey and angry mutated monkeys here. Jumping out. I landed in a bullfighting fire pocket. Running from a bull! I'm on the back of a pterodactyl! This is actually rather pleasant. There's wind in my hair. I would stay in this one. I fell off! I came up by sea lions. There's my horse. Dart! My horse can swim. My horse is alive and he ended up here and he can swim. Come here, buddy. Okay, we're horse swimming toward a waterfall. Oh, son of a... Oh! I landed in a rodeo fire pocket. I'm gonna take that as a sign. Dart, you hang here. I'm gonna jump into this passing bubble. I'm in a volcano. It's not hot because it's a fire pocket, but it's extremely disconcerting. My whole childhood was don't touch lava. And I am hard failing at that now. Climbing a rock to get to the next fire pocket bubble. Oh, I'm in a library. Shh. This is oddly plain and ordinary. Shh. It's a library from another dimension where everyone is a bear-human hybrid. This is neither plain nor ordinary. I'm being chased by bear people. Running through biographies. Cutting through European culture. Maybe I can hide in historical fiction? No, self-help. I'm falling! I'm in an elevator shaft fire pocket! I've landed on an elevator. It's rising up. Aha! I can see Radio Guy in his fire pocket. I just have to get through what looks like a swing dancing fire pocket. I'm making my way across a crowded swing dance floor. Trying my best not to dance along, but I'll admit my hips have another idea. This pretty girl keeps trying to dance with me. I'm sorry, I would like to, but just... Oh, now her boyfriend is walking over. Somehow I've done something wrong. I'm jumping out. Ugh. I got caught in a horror movie fire pocket. Taking a chance. Running to jump out of this one into another bubble. Through a lightning storm fire pocket! I landed in Radio Guy's fire pocket. We're in a video game and pizza place, which is a fire pocket surrounding his personal fire pocket. Like he made a fort.
Wow, that was really impressive. You just mountain climbed a cluster of fire pockets while I was trying to knock you into an A-bomb fire pocket. I was lobbing everything I could, but you just kept fire pocket jumping like a squirrel.
Tell me how to move people through the fire pockets.
You just did it. People can move between fire pockets if they want to. The fire pockets just have to be touching. All I do is move fire pockets around with my controller. You just need a radio set to push them. It's like blowing bubbles, except it's super complicated hard, and I'm not saying how to do it exactly, because only I know.
So all we have to do is group the fire pockets together.
That's a stupid idea. That would be one big target for all the military people to kill them. Plus, fire pockets might look like the size of a car or a coin or a building, but inside they could be an entire universe. You're not going to walk around a million different universes and give speeches to talk everyone into migrating into one fire pocket in the hope that you can figure out how to dump everybody out into the real world. The only people I've ever seen leave fire pockets are people who didn't get sucked into them when the apocalypse first hit.
Dr. Crawl was obviously sucked into 2 fire pockets at once when the apocalypse hit, and he's been running around with me.
Yeah, but he's insane and went through a whole unique merger or something. He's like that one burnt piece of cereal in the box. You can't go off of that. People in fire pockets are stuck there, except for people like you, who started outside of them, as far as I know.
Are you lying?
No.
Then get me my friends back.
I can't.
You just shuffled them into different fire pockets. Shuffle them back.
I can't, because 1, I refuse to. So, that's out. And 2, I'm not letting you guys team up to force me to teach you how to move fire pockets. I figured separating you would be good because 3, you have a new job, Danny.
A job? I don't work for you.
Do you want to save everyone in the fire pockets?
I do.
Well, until we figure out how to dump people out of them and not just move them around between fire pockets, there's only one thing you can do.
What's that?
Only the chosen ones, the fire pocket peekers, can see fire pockets, right? If they all die, the military people won't be able to target the fire pockets anymore. If you kill all the other chosen ones, you'll be the only one left, and nobody else will be able to see the fire pockets, and they'll be safe from being attacked.
I'm not killing the other chosen ones. That's hundreds of people, potentially.
I have a list. It's 142, actually. After you kill the first 10, I'll give you back Fang Mask Cloak Lady.
I want my friends back, now.
After you kill 30, you can have both Dr. Craws. See what I'm doing?
I didn't get into this to kill anybody.
I didn't get in this to not be the guy in charge of the chosen one.
I'm trying to rescue people from fire pockets.
Which we can figure out after they're not being hunted by the military people, who can only hunt them because of the fire pocket peeker chosen ones. Start killing. Here's a radio. I'll be your guardian angel.
What if I count to 3 and then I do something to make you help me? Ah! I just got clobbered by a fire pocket. I'm in some kind of dusty wind, moving very fast. I think I'm in a desert. Radio guy just smacked me out of his fire pocket and launched me somewhere. It just landed hard. I am in a desert. Looking around, there's a mushroom cloud. He put me in an atomic bomb fire pocket, and he clipped a radio to me.
Yes, I did. This A-bomb fire pocket is actually on a time loop.
Ha! Everything suddenly looks normal again.
Counting down. 10.
Radio guy?
9.
How do I get out of this fire pocket?
8.
I don't see any other fire pockets bumping against this one.
6.
Yeah, because I'm driving the atomic bomb fire pocket to where I want to drop you off in our world to start killing chosen ones.
1. Detonate.
An atomic bomb just went off! Oh, I'm so glad I can't feel temperatures, but this is really scary. I want to leave this fire pocket.
If you stray too far from where you're standing, you'll fall out of the fire pocket and die. Your fire pocket is like a mile in the sky right now. You just have to hang on until I drop you off, which I will do once I get tired of making you experience A-bombs over and over. I'm not saying that'll be soon.
Counting down.
I don't want to kill chosen ones, but I'm gonna do something. Radio guy,
7.
can you see the fire pockets now?
Yeah, that's partly how I got so much better at moving them around recently.
If you can see them, then you're a chosen one.
2.
I'm putting you at the top of the list.
Detonate.
Find out what happens next time on Fire Pockets, Season 2. Fire Pockets, created by Michael Ryan Hahn. Danny Vanderwilks, voiced by David Ross. Fang Mask Cloak Lady, voiced by Elizabeth Muir. Radio Guy, voiced by Michael A. Smith. Sirius Soldier Sucker voiced by Tristan James Butler, Professor Muddy voiced by yours truly, War Drums by JMag713 Pond 5, theme song by Noel Melanio. This episode sponsored by Lucaro Salon.